You might get tired of hearing this, but there is no one like you. You are unique. The things that you hate about yourself are the things that are your superpower, and I'm sure you've heard that time and time again, but no one, I say no one, is you. Hi guys, welcome back to Katie Pop's Secret. As you know, I like to keep things sweet, short, and spicy. And today I'm going to talk about how I stopped comparing myself to others, i.e. my peers. So that's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to talk to you about my own personal story and just how to help you, tips on how to help you to not do that, because comparison is like a thief for your present, for what is happening, and that is just something that you don't want. It's a waste of time, and as you know, time is short, life is short. You really don't know when your time is up, so why waste it comparing your life to other people when you can literally live your life for you? I'm gonna say this time and time again, but do you know how many people watch you? Do you know how many people admire you? Do you know how many people probably want your life but just don't say it to you, to your face? And that is something that I think, the perception that everybody needs to come to that realization. It's like, as much as you are there comparing yourself to others, people are out there comparing themselves to you, right? Because you are like no other. Nobody is like you, right? So I think for me, I had to come to that realization that I am me. My name is unique. Well, other people have my name, but there's nobody like me. There might be people that are kinda, but there's no one like me with my spirit and who I am, right? So that means there's attributes and things that I possess that nobody else does, right? And that's one of the things that I had to remember, and I had to remember to keep my eyes on me. I think when you start to look around and you start to look at others, and that's when you get so caught up in the idea of comparing and wanting and wishing. But no, focus on your own lane, focus on your own journey, focus on where you're going. Spend time to focus on what you can do for yourself to better yourself. And even if you are looking at others, use that as leverage. Have conversations with people, the people that you're admiring or wishing that you had their lives. Have sit downs with them and ask them how they got to where they were. You know, a lot of people, if you actually approach them and ask to have a chat, people will tell you things. You'll be surprised. A lot of the times people just don't want to have those conversations, but people are willing to share. And another thing too is that sometimes what you see is not necessarily what is true, right? So why are you trying to emulate something that could possibly not be reality? And that's another thing, right? Create your own reality, but just use those things as maybe leverage to help you better become the person you want to be, but never compare yourself to anybody else, because there is nobody like you. And I'll keep repeating that. You are unique. The trademarks, the things that are within you, other people don't carry that. And I think sometimes once we sit down and really analyze even the things that we hate about ourselves, those could be turned into really beautiful things that could possibly even help other people, right? So stop comparing yourself to what? Other people, okay? So a couple of months ago, I went out to dinner with a friend, and it was just a catch up because we hadn't seen each other in a while, and I follow her on social media, and we like randomly have chats, but we just hadn't had like an actual sit down in a while. And we sat down and I was like, you know, hey, so and so, like, I'm so impressed as to like the things you're accomplishing and like where you are in life, and I'm like so proud of you, and like, God, you're like doing such amazing things, and it's like I really want to get there, and blah blah blah. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm so proud of you. And she's like, are you serious? I feel like I haven't done anything. And I'm like, here I am watching somebody who's thinking she hasn't accomplished a lot when I can see that she's visually doing it. And then she turns around and says, oh my gosh, like, you are doing so great. Like, I really love, like, you know, what you've done with your life and where you are in your life. And it's like, I'm so jealous, and I wish that I had that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, isn't that interesting? Like, we're both sitting there comparing ourselves to each other, but why? Why were we doing that? So guys, some of the things that helped me in this area of just trying to, you know, stop comparing myself to stop comparing myself to others was really just to to celebrate others. Like, be excited for your peers that are doing well. Like, I realize that celebrating others and being happy for others, that unleash like a certain type of spirit and vibe that you can't even describe. Like, practice gratitude for like where you are in your life. Like, I'm sure if you look back in your life, you're gonna see that there has been a journey, has been an evolution of you, right? And if there hasn't been, then you need to work on that. But you got to celebrate like where you are and just be grateful for what you have and for where you are in your own life. And I would say that the people that you're looking up to, especially your peers, have a chat with them. You'll be surprised what people are willing to share if you actually just open up your mouth and ask them, right? Have a dinner conversation, have a coffee chat, like whatever the case might be. Like, have a chat with someone and say, hey, like, I see you're doing super amazing. Like, can you kind of give me some tips as to like how I can, do great in investment, or how I can start myself in that, or whatever the case might be. But have conversations with your peers. Another thing that I would say is to like leverage others. Like, if you see people that are doing well, like, use that as an inspiration for yourself to really work on you and to develop the things within yourself that could really maybe make something amazing for your life, or a direction for your life, right? Leverage that, use that as inspiration. And I think another thing is just to really find time to get into that zone where you center yourself and really work on the things that you want for your own life. And I would say to anybody, write things down. Start like a journal, or just goals, or a list of things you want to accomplish for like the year, a month, or whatever the case might be, and write it down. I find that when you put things on paper, it literally brings it out to life. And even speaking it literally creates it into life. So start writing down plans of actions for yourself, for the month, for the next 2 months, for the next 3 months, for the year. Like, literally focus on your own lane, and start by simply making a list of what it is that you desire for yourself and writing out actionable plans on how to achieve that, right? The one thing I always tell people too, social media is like a horrible thing and a great thing, because it's really, there's so much information out there in regards to anything that it is that you're really trying to achieve or obtain or learn more about. So use that to your leverage to learn new things, or to learn the things that you need to learn for whatever it is that you have a passion in, or for whatever it is that excites you, right? And again, just remember the key tip. There is no one like you, which means that there is stuff inside of you that you really need to bring out. And again, in order to bring that out, I want you to watch my previous video, which I told you how to help you figure out what you want to do. That key tip that I gave in that is just something that's essential here. You really have to position yourself to really discover stuff that are within you that's going to really prompt you and push you into your own lane of whatever it is that you're meant to be. Like, I mean, you see people who do amazing things and you're like, they're so good at that. There's just people who, they're in their lane because they do stuff so well. So it's just like, you got to find your lane and really craft it and really grow in that. And again, if you want to figure out how to do that, go ahead and watch my prior video in regards to just kind of figuring out what you want to do with your life. I've dropped a really great tip there. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All your help would be great in subscribing to my channel. Drop comments down below. Let me know what you want me to talk about going further, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.